Here, let me paint you a quick picture. I was driving down the street, windows down, enjoying a warm LA evening, vibing to some Frank, getting into my feels until I hear it, the unmistakable noise of all this noise wasn't coming from a AMG Benz or a BMW M car or I don't know, an Aston Martin. No, all this racket was being made by a Mini Cooper S. And I know from factory they might have a little bit of little quiet burps and pops, but it's not that obnoxious, you know, it's a nice little balance. So clearly this car was modified. Just to be clear, I don't have a problem with these pops and bangs. Matter of fact, I think it's great that car manufacturers decided to include this into the production cars. That's great. I first thought they were really dope, amazing, fantastic. Couldn't complain. You know, it was cool. But now, my love for the pops and bangs has kind of faded away a little bit. I still think they're kind of cool, but now to me, they sound pretty generic and, you know, whatever. If the car has it, cool. If it doesn't, whatever. I do think manufacturers do a pretty good job at finding a happy medium between frequency and loudness. So, can't complain there. But what makes these pops and bangs unbearable is when people start modifying the cars to make them even louder, more aggressive, more frequently, and that just, whew, why, you know? I should first explain how these pops and bangs are created. I'm not an engineer, but from my understanding, the most common way is to retard ignition timing when you're letting off the gas pedal so the fuel and air mixture are ignited later in the combustion cycle. Basically, the exhaust valves are starting to open when the combustion cycle is going on, so that's why the pops and bangs resonate in the exhaust. And here's something new that I learned. The reason why you hear the during hard acceleration in a twin clutch transmission is because the ECU is retarding timing. The reason why it's doing that is to reduce the load on the gears while it shifts into a new gear, so some unburned gas gets ignited in the exhaust. Now all this is great stuff, no problem with it. You know, sports cars need to sound cool so customers are inclined to buy them. That's great, but what makes this unbearable is when people decide to start modifying these stuff that I just want to ram your car into a fucking dump truck. So how can these pops and bangs be louder and more frequent? Easy. Modifications, baby. If the car didn't pop and bang from factory, that's not a problem. ECU tunes are the solutions. These tunes will allow the car to pop and bang, and if your car already pops and bangs, these tunes will make it louder and more frequent. Some tunes are really aggressive or give you the dreaded gunshot bangs. Like fuck, those are just irritating to everybody around the vicinity. Don't do that. So, how do you compound that tune to make the pops and bangs louder? Easiest way is exhaust modifications. The possibilities are endless. You can run a catless downpipe, resonator deletes, non-resonator catback system, or if you just don't give a shit about anything, you can go ahead and run a straight pipe all the way down. God damn, that is fucking loud. The possibilities to make the pops and bangs louder are endless. Which brings me to my next point. If you're gonna be doing these modifications, don't be an asshole about it. I enjoy a nice exhaust note with a few burbles here and there, like every other car guy out there. You know, that's fine. But goddamn it, when it becomes excessively fucking loud is when I draw the goddamn line. You can do whatever you want. I don't care. It's your money and your doo-doo car. But when you live in a society, be mindful of others. You wouldn't want a random stranger to be ripping a fat one while you're in the elevator with them. Likewise, the rest of the world doesn't want to hear your loud doo-doo car far away at every busy intersection. I cannot stress this point enough. No one, absolutely no one, thinks you're cool when your loud-ass car is banging away at a busy crosswalk. No one around the vicinity is thinking, oh fuck, you're so cool. Fuck, I'm so turned on, I gotta fuck them right now. They just think you're a fucking obnoxious asshole with a loud-ass car. And if you're gonna tell me that you don't do it for attention, you do it for yourself, fuck you, I don't believe you, homie. Talk to a therapist. So, if you have a car with these similar traits, or are still thinking about going the route of having a loud and obnoxious car, here are 4 hot tips you can follow to be less of an asshole. And number 1, if you modify your car with an ECU tune to increase the pop-pops, switch off to a milder tune when you're cruising around and there's a bunch of people around the vicinity. You might enjoy your loud pop and bangs, but the rest of the world probably doesn't, so just be courteous. And number 2, if you do want a loud exhaust, get a cutoff. You can make the car as quiet or as loud as your heart desires. Illegal basically everywhere, but it's not like you were gonna get a carb legal exhaust anyways, so. And number 3, I'm not even sure why I have to be emphasizing this point, but if you do have a loud exhaust, don't be driving around trying to set off other people's alarms off. Like, the fuck do you gain for it, my guy? And number 4, if you do want to enjoy your loud car, just be smart about it. Let it rip on an empty, non-residential street, go to the canyon pass, go on the highway, take it to the track. Although some tracks do have decibel limits, so be aware. But I mean, my main point is, just be smart about it. Don't be a fucking idiot. Do what you want, fam. Ain't no one stopping you. My main point is to just be mindful of your surroundings. That's it. But, I mean, we're all selfish human beings, so we're just gonna be ignoring this anyways. And that's alright. It's whatever. I'm just a guy shit posting on the internet, so what can you do? Anyways, subscribe, bully me in the comment section, like the video, dislike it, whatever. It's all good. I'm not sure how long this video is gonna be, but if it's under the 10-minute mark, I'll just be playing farty noises till it hits the 10-minute mark. So, yeah. Anyways, I'll see y'all next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.